To bring his vision to life, Warhol turned to the silkscreen process, a method used in advertising. It allowed him to take a photograph and print it repeatedly on canvas, altering colors, layering paint, and creating entire series in minutes. This changed everything. With silkscreen, Warhol could multiply images infinitely. Marilyn Monroe in pink, in green, in blue, in gold, Elvis Presley in motion, repeated like a film strip. Jackie Kennedy frozen in grief during the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Each repetition told a story. Each variation revealed something new. The imperfections made it human. The repetition made it powerful. Warhol wasn't just documenting culture anymore. He was manufacturing it. In 1963, Warhol opened his now legendary studio, The Factory. Covered entirely in silver foil, filled with mirrors, loud music, and eccentric personalities, The Factory became a sanctuary for creativity, experimentation, and cultural rebellion. It attracted a community later known as the Warhol Superstars: performers, misfits, models, poets, drag queens, and dreamers. Among them were Edie Sedgwick, Nico, Candy Darling, Holly Woodlawn, and others whose lives became entwined with Warhol's art. At the factory, the line between art and life disappeared. Warhol filmed hundreds of experimental movies, many of them simple, unedited shots of people just being. His screen tests captured raw human vulnerability through silent, intense close-ups. His films pushed boundaries, confused critics, and fascinated the underground scene. The factory wasn't just a studio. It was a world, a movement, a revolution wrapped in silver. During this explosive period, Warhol discovered the Velvet Underground, a band led by Lou Reed and John Cale. Their sound was dark, experimental, and groundbreaking, the perfect musical counterpart to Warhol's vision. He became their manager, producer, and visual architect. He designed their iconic Banana album cover, now one of the most recognizable pieces of music art ever created. With Warhol's influence, the band became a symbol of counterculture, shaping generations of musicians. That followed Warhol's fascination with fame was more than casual interest. It was an obsession. He studied celebrities the way scientists study organisms. He watched how society admired them, how media portrayed them, how audiences consumed them. This obsession led to one of his most famous lines: "In the future, everyone will be world famous for 15 minutes." Today's world of influencers, TikTok stars, viral videos, and overnight fame reflects Warhol's prediction perfectly. He saw the future decades before it arrived. In 1968, Warhol's world came to a sudden halt. Valerie Solanas, a radical feminist writer who felt betrayed by Warhol, shot him at the factory. Andy was pronounced clinically dead on the operating table before being revived. The experience left him physically scarred, psychologically shaken, and forever changed. The wild chaos of the early factory era slowed down. Warhol became more guarded, more cautious, more business-focused. But he never stopped creating. Throughout the 1970s and 80s, Warhol reinvented himself again. This time as a portrait artist for the rich and famous, he created commissioned works for celebs like Mick Jagger, Diana Ross, and Liza Minnelli. He launched Interview magazine, a publication built entirely on celebrity conversations and glossy photographs. It became a cultural institution, and Andy became a fixture of high society. Warhol's studio remained a place of non-stop production. Hundreds of portraits, countless photographs, new films, new books, new ideas. He became the ultimate fusion of artist and brand. In the early 1980s, Warhol befriended a young rising artist named Jean-Michel Basquiat. Their friendship became one of the most intriguing partnerships in art history. Warhol, the established icon, and Basquiat, the street-smart prodigy, collaborated on numerous paintings, energetic, confrontational, and full of tension. Together, they bridged generations, merging pop art with graffiti, abstraction, and raw emotion. Warhol also mentored Keith Haring, connecting his legacy to yet another wave of groundbreaking creativity. On February 22, 1987, Andy Warhol died unexpectedly after complications from gallbladder surgery. He was 58 years old. The world was stunned. The art world mourned. And yet, even in death, Warhol's influence continued to grow. Today, Andy Warhol's legacy is everywhere. In advertising, fashion, graphic design, photography, social media, digital filters, meme culture, influencer branding, and the way we consume images every single day. Warhol didn't just change what art looked like, he changed how art works. He understood before anyone else that modern life would be defined by pictures, repetition, celebrity, and endless streams of content. In a sense, we are all living inside Andy Warhol's imagination now. And his 15 minutes? They never ended.